ai no oko, ahikipu no me ke aloha.
The students, faculty and staff, families, and friends and fellow trustees of La Pietra, Hawaii School for Girls, aloha and welcome. I am Dan White, not Wendy Crabb. I'm the first vice chair of the Board of Trustees, standing in for Wendy, who is home ill today. Today we celebrate the formal installation of Dr. Joshua Watson as the 5th head of school in the more than 50 years of history for La Pietra. I note the age of La Pietra because having a rapid turnover of leaders is not healthy for any independent school. When we as a board and search committee went looking for a new head of school, we were hoping to find a person who would lead La Pietra over a significant period of time, providing faculty, students, and families with a consistent vision of what La Pietra is and can be. We believe we found that person in Josh Watson. Josh came to La Pietra from Mid-Pacific Institute, where he was the assistant principal for student life. Prior to being at Mid-Pac, he had been a teacher and administrator at several other schools, and my hunch is that they all found Josh to be, as did the folks at Mid-Pac, a man of utmost integrity, open and available to students, faculty, and parents, totally committed to enabling students to find their way through their challenging work of growing up. I can't remember the first time I met Josh, but the most time we spent together was during the 3 years he pursued and earned his doctorate in education from the University of Hawaii, ending in 2014. He was in the first cohort of professionals from public, independent, charter, and post-secondary institutions who gave over 10 Saturdays a year, several weeks in the summer, countless hours researching and writing a dissertation, all to improve his own knowledge base and to attain a personal goal. I was an organizer of the program representing independent schools, and having Josh as one of our people in that program was a boon to the program. Josh is highly respected by those peers and the faculty who taught him. The evidence? When Josh spoke, people listened. They came to know that he thought deeply and well, offering insights from his own experience as well as from the materials we'd asked them to read. And he listened. To be respected for listening is high praise indeed. As a happily retired head of school, I know from experience the demands of the job Josh has undertaken. One board chair I served as a head of school observed that school heads do not enjoy the luxury of a learning curve. They are expected to know a lot from day one. But those who succeed are the ones who know that they will be asked to consider things to which they have not been exposed, and are courageous enough to say, I don't know, but I'll find out. That is the mark of an effective leader of learners, one who is not afraid to learn himself. An effective leader also understands that the job is one of service. The point of the school, the point of La Pietra, is to educate young women. The key people involved in that are the faculty, in collaboration with parents. I have described the head of school's responsibilities in this way: find talented teachers, admit bright and motivated students, give them the resources they need, and then get out of the way and let the magic happen. I think Josh understands the servant leadership nature of the role as well, because he just gave me a thumbs up. This then makes me proud to stand here today to welcome you all to a formal recognition of our leader, the person who has accepted the responsibility of seeing La Pietra into the future. In his letter introducing the annual report, Josh quoted former board chair Alice Gill, who wrote, "I would like to express my deepest appreciation for all those who have made contributions of time, expertise, money, and love over the long life of our beloved school." Skillfully, using Alice's words, Josh has set down the responsibility all of us have now as members of the community that is La Pietra to continue to make contributions of time, expertise, money, and love over the next years of the long life of our beloved school. Josh, we believe that you are the right person, in the right place, at the right time. And we are excited to welcome you in this formal fashion as our leader. And now please help me welcome Lonnie Cooley Gilbert, class of 2018.
Thank you. A head of school is clear about what is best for students for their academic, social, and emotional learning. This person is the embodiment of the school's vision, a consensus builder who inspires students and faculty alike, contributing to the school's stability, retention, and investment. A head of school strives to bring out the best in people. Our head of school, Dr. Josh Watson, is all of these things, and La Pietra is made better by being the recipient of his gifts and talents. Hi everyone, I am senior Lonnie Cooley Gilbert, and I am extremely honored to be standing here as we recognize our fifth head of school, Dr. Josh Watson. Last year, I was one of the many students given the opportunity to meet with the various candidates for head of school. I sat with my peers in the cold conference room for a few hours at a time and listened to the credentials and the humorous anecdotes provided by each of the hopeful candidates. Now, maybe it was just interview fatigue or the fear that I was going to be missing some really important information in AP US history, but while all the applicants were extremely well qualified, none of them really seemed like the right fit. That is, of course, until we were introduced to Dr. Watson. His warm and inviting disposition was immediately noticeable when he entered the room, and he also received high marks in my book for laughing at our swarm of jokes concerning his prior career as one half of a world-famous detective duo. Upon hearing his unique vision for our school, I knew that failure to hire him would be our loss. I also know our school made the right decision, and I'm thrilled our tired jokes did not dissuade the good doctor from accepting this position. I remember shortly after he arrived, a bowl of candy appeared in the senior lounge, paired with a handwritten note thanking the senior women for keeping the volume down, while ever so discreetly reminding us that everything said in the senior lounge can be heard in the head's office. Heads up, juniors, just know that. It is a rare gift to find a school administrator who so deftly combines kindness and courtesy with a teachable moment. Having been at La Pietra since 6th grade, there will be a lot to miss. I'll be especially sad to no longer hear the daily good mornings from Dr. Watson when he peeks his head in the senior lounge, or to be cheered at seeing a motorcycle in the head of school parking space, because that's just cool. But I know the rest of the school and the students who come after me will continue to be inspired by him, and Dr. Watson will continue to bring out the best in his students, because that is exactly what an excellent head of school does. Thank you, Dr. Watson. I would like to introduce our select choir, Month of May, and Bridge Over Troubled Water, directed by our very own music teacher, Miss Lynn.
Now is the month of May, with merry lads of May. La 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 la. Now is the month of May, with merry lads of May. La 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 la. Each with his bonny lass, a dancing on the grass. La 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 la.
ever need us, we'll be your bridge over troubled water.
I'll be your bridge o'er troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge o'er troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, my Lord, when evening falls so hard, I will come for your comfort. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes, pain is all around. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Join us. I'll be your bridge o'er troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge o'er troubled water. I Sail on, silver girl. Sail on, silver girl. Sail on by. Sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on the way. See how they shine. See how they shine. When you ever need a friend. Girl, I'm sailing right here, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. I'll be your bridge over troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge over troubled water. I will
I'm Lizzie and I'm an 8th grader. My name is Grace and I am 7th grade. Today we are here to represent the middle school and to acknowledge Dr. Watson as our 5th head of school.
The middle school has selected a book that they felt would help Dr. Watson throughout his experiences as our head of school. It is called The Power of Positive Leadership: How and Why Positive Leaders Transform Teams and Organizations and Change the World, written by best-selling author John Gordon.
The book talks about the power associated with positive leadership and how it will lead you to build a great culture, unite your organization in the face of adversity, develop a connected and committed team, and achieve excellence and superior results.
We present to you this book as every middle school student has signed it.
Hi everyone, I'm senior Jessica Kiona, and this is a junior, Emily Pham. And we're here to represent the upper school and present our gift to Dr. Watson.
The book inscribed by each upper school class member is titled Leverage Leadership, a practical guide to building exceptional schools, written by Paul Bamberg Santoyo.
The book shows leaders how they can raise their schools to greatness by following a core of 7 principles. The principles allow for consistent, transformational, and replicable growth and answer the core questions of school leadership. What should an effective leader do, and how and when should they do it?
We hope that our gift to you will help guide you to making the best La Pietra. We know you are a great leader and will continue to do great things for our schools. Thank you.
So when I was to speak at this ceremony, I kind of thought, why me? Is it possible that they've confused me for Dr. Watson? We do have a few things in common, you know. We have the same initials. We're both men at a school that's about 95% women. I've done the math. I would also say that it might be because he's taught a foreign language, and often in my math class, my students look at me as if I'm speaking a foreign language. And then finally, we both appreciate a good joke. For example, do you guys know why math is the most democratic subject? It's because in math, everybody counts. Thank you. But in all seriousness, I think I was chosen because I'm honest. I speak from the heart, and so I can say that from the heart, Josh, it's been a great first year, whether it's been you filling up the water coolers in the teacher's lounge, driving to school in your motorcycle, coming to all the school sporting events, or just being an all-around great guy. So please help me welcome Dr. Joshua Watson.
Hey girls, so I prepared a short speech. It's about 75, 80 pages, around 2-3 hours, like 4 max. So you're good, right? All right. Okay, switch gears. Let's get serious again. Good morning, students, faculty, staff, trustees, and honored guests. It is a tremendous honor to be installed today as the 5th head of school at La Pietra, Hawaii School for Girls. It's an accomplishment that I am grateful to share with all of you. As only the 5th head in our school's 53-year history, I am honored to join the ranks of those illustrious individuals who have shaped our school into what it is today. I'm grateful especially to our previous head, Mrs. Mahina Hugo, whose graciousness and aloha were invaluable to me as I transitioned into this role. I'm also pleased to share this honor today with the other heads who have come before me, Mrs. Nancy White, Mr. Scott Micklejohn, and of course Mr. Joe Pinchon, in whose incomparable footsteps we all have followed. I'm also grateful to our founders, Mrs. Barbara Cox-Anthony, for whom this gym is named, and Mrs. Lorraine Day Cook, the two of whom not only saw the need for an independent school just for girls, but who also, as I am convinced, saw the potential in those girls themselves to make our world a better place. Thanks to their vision and hard work, generations of girls have come through our school and have gone on to do exactly that. To our Board of Trustees, I'd like to offer my humble gratitude for giving me this opportunity. Your commitment to our school is one of the reasons that I'm very glad to be here. I'm well aware of the responsibility that you have entrusted to me, and I will make good on the trust that you have implicitly placed in me for the good of this community that is so dear to all of us. To my special guests who have made the time to join us today, I want to thank you for sharing this moment with me in this community that I love. Each of you has contributed to making me the person that I am today, and I carry with me daily all that you have given me. I am honored to call you my friends and family. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our faculty and staff my colleagues, alongside whom I am privileged to work each day. It's truly an honor to work with such competent, dedicated, and most of all, caring adults who have devoted their careers, as I have, to our common goal of making the next generation even better than the one before it. I am inspired each day to be the type of person who can live up to their standards. Because of their guidance and the example that they set, I know that our girls will leave us prepared to take on whatever challenges may come their way with confidence, with grace, and with style. Finally, I'd like to speak directly to you, students. You're the young women who make our school what it is. I want you all to know that since I joined you at the beginning of this school year, I have seen examples every single day, every day, of how special you are. Whether you're giggling or crying, struggling or sailing, you always reveal yourselves as incredible young people with infinite potential. There's an ethos of kindness at our school that sets our school apart. It's an ethos that you yourselves create. You truly do exemplify the spirit of kahiao. This is the reason that your teachers and I come to work every day, even when it's hard, because sometimes it's hard for us too. Monday mornings, for example. This is the reason that I am incredibly proud of all of you and why I know that I am in the right place. So I know that some of you girls might be thinking about lunch right now, but hold on for a minute because I want you to remember one thing for me. I predict that someday in the future, many of you will be giving a speech very similar to this one for a school or a company or an organization that you yourself will be leading. And I know that at least one of you sitting right here today, will be giving a slightly different kind of speech someday on a cold morning in January on the steps of the National Capitol. Okay, if it's more than one. I know this prediction will come true because I know that LPHSG girls are capable and confident. I know that you are undaunted, ready to meet any challenge and overcome it, because it simply never occurs to you to expect anything else. As an educator and as a human being, it is my honor and privilege to work with students like you. And so to all of you who have joined us here today, thank you for making me feel so welcome and so quickly. Today's ceremony will be a memory that I treasure forever. I promise that I will always give my best to this school that we all love so dearly, because each of you deserves nothing less. I look forward to the future of La Pietra High School for Girls with excitement, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. Mahalo.